Hey guys, Nthefastlane here. In this video, I'm going to replace an 04 Corolla strut assembly. Now this strut assembly is going to come with the spring, the boot, and the entire assembly. Instead of compressing the spring, I bought the whole assembly. It makes the job a lot easier and it's really not that expensive. Now whether you're watching this video from my YouTube channel or my website, underneath the video there'll be either a link on the YouTube channel where it say buy this item or buy items featured in this video, and you click that. That will take you to my personalized ready cart and the items that I specifically hand-picked for this job. Also on my website, it'll say shop this video under each video. There's the strut assembly. Let's open it up. Let's have a quick look. And here's what it looks like. Pretty nicely packaged. So as you can see, it comes with the bump stop plate, comes with the isolator, comes with the boot, and the spring, and the strut. Most of them will come with just the strut if you buy just the strut. But the whole assembly, it's pretty much like the quick easy assembly. They have them out there called like that. Comes with the new nuts on top for the plate. And it's pretty much ready to be installed right now. No having to compress the spring or load the spring in and then uncompress it. So you're ready to put it in. Now a real quick tip to tell if your struts are bad or the spring's bent. You're going to go ahead and push down on the vehicle. And when you let go, if it doesn't keep bouncing, then your struts are good. So as you can see here, I push down and the vehicle just comes up and stops. If it keeps going like this, like bouncy, then your struts are bad. As for jacking up the vehicle and safety measures, you're gonna place the jack right under here where that lump is. Jack it up. Then on the passenger side and the driver's side, you're gonna place the jack stand right here, and you can see where the lip is. Put them right in that middle lip. Make sure your e-brake's all the way up, and place 2 pieces of wood under the rear tires. First thing we're going to do is we're going to pull the hubcap off, and all you do is grab a piece of it and yank it right out. If you have the rims, with the alloy rims, aluminum alloys, you don't have to do that, you just take off the lug nuts. Next, take a 13/16 and break off the lug nuts. Now we need to do 2 things. We need to remove this brake line from the strut assembly, the mounting bracket, and then we need to take the sway bar link off right here. So it's going to be a 14 millimeter and I believe a 18 millimeter on the sway bar link. Now this is an aftermarket sway bar link, so the socket size might be different on your vehicle. Now for the sway bar link, you're going to need to get a 16 millimeter wrench on the back side to hold it. And then just push it forward, just like that. Next, remove the 2 19 millimeter nuts that are connected to the bolts on the knuckle. Next, you're going to want to place a scissor jack, the one that usually comes in the trunk of every vehicle for a standard jack. You're going to place it underneath the lower control arm on the ball joint and just lift up a little bit or twist it up, and it'll lift the unit up, and you'll be able to take it off right at the knuckle. Take those bolts out because there's going to be a little bit of tension on there. And you're also going to need to use this to put it back on. Now right before we remove these 2 19 millimeter bolts out of the knuckle, we're going to pop the hood and go up top and remove the 3 nuts on the cap on the strut. Just go ahead and take these 3 12 millimeter nuts out. Now that that's done, we're just going to take these 2 19s out. Here's the one on the bottom. It's a little tight. You can take your 16 that you were using earlier, shove it in there and kind of twist it until it comes out. Now that the 2 19s are out, just pretty much come in here, pull it up this way, and that's it. Whole assembly's out. Now we're ready to put the new one in. So here's the new one, and here's the old one. Now if you look, you can see where the tabs are for the brake line mounting bracket, and then you'll see the angle where the strut hooks onto the knuckle. They're both identical. So before you put it in, make sure they look identical from this point, because the tops can spin. You can spin those any direction. That doesn't matter. Also, on the unit itself, on these ones, it'll say, if I can find it, right here it'll say FR. That means front right. Now if you're wondering, well, how do I know if it's the front right? You always go by left and right by sitting in the driver's seat of your vehicle. If it's to the right, that's the right, that's the passenger. If it's to the left, that's the driver. The driver usually is always referred to as the left, and the passenger always the right. A lot of people think maybe you have to stand in front of the car and go left or right, but that's the wrong way. Inside the passenger side, or driver's side steering column, whatever's to your right, that's the right, and whatever's to your left, that's the left. So now all we gotta do is just peel the sticker off, and you're gonna line this up in the right direction. So basically, take the nuts off. And if you look up top, there's two. It's only going to go one way, so probably should have marked the way the other one went, but you're just going to rotate it until you get it in the right area. So now what we do is we take the bottom, we're going to come in here like this. So pretty much you got one of the nuts. You're going to lift up and you're going to rotate it until you get it lined up. Just like that. Put one of the nuts on so it doesn't fall back down. Just get it started. And that's pretty much it. Now we take the other two, kind of fish them on top. And do the same thing to this one. Alright, so the first step is we need to put the sway bar link in because you can't get to it once you put this strut on. So basically, there we go. Get that on there like that. Just start the nut. You don't have to get it fully tight, and we just don't want it popping out later. Alright. Now we're going to put the knuckle in. And remember, we got our scissor jack under there. It's not going to line up, so we're just going to lift up a little bit with the scissor jack. We're going to put the bolts this way because you can't really get to it with the brake line over here on the nuts. It's hard to get a wrench in there. So put them there for future uninstallment. Have the nuts on this side. And we'll just take our 219s. And we're going to go hit them with an impact, get them tight. Tighten this up, tighten those two up. Now we're going to put our brake line on the mounting bracket, and as you can see right here, it's got a little lip. Going to put it down in there like that, and then we're going to put this 12 in there. And just hand tighten it back. This is the original bolt. Well, they changed it out to a 13 millimeter on this one, so you're going to want to use a 13 deep socket. Was 12 originally. And that's it. Next, put the lug nuts back on. After you've torqued down the lug nuts, find the indentation on your hubcap and line it up with the valve stem. Once you got it lined up, just give it a snap. All the way around, and that's it.